Noah's Ark and one of the giraffes greeted our arrival in Rotterdam. This quirky item set the theme for our visit. Modern, one might say, unusual architecture. After being mostly destroyed in World War II, the city rebuilt, experimenting with new styles. Erected in 1898, this was Europe's first skyscraper and its tallest office building. These unique three-level houses, while cramped with quite steep stairs, have 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen with an eating area, along with a sitting area and a loft. While doubling the number of bikes stored, stacking is a little inconvenient. Another unusual structure is this market and food court, whose roof is made of apartments. The inside of the roof is covered by the largest work of art in the world. Construction started in 2009 with a design inspired by European Union rules that limit open-air food sales. This paddle wheeler does sightseeing and dinner cruises. In the evening, the Kvasser cruised around the city's port, the largest in Europe. While this huge port, covering some 41 square miles, is mostly devoted to commerce, other enterprises are located here, such as the SS Rotterdam.
The ship is also called the Grand Dame.
Yes, I believe it is.
And it started with transatlantic sailing to New York, but had its maiden voyage into Crown Prince Beatrix in 1958.
The 5th ship so named, the former ocean liner and cruise ship, has been a hotel ship since 2010. Even the harbor has some interesting architecture. A gorgeous sunset made for a satisfying end to our day.
The river that you were on the cruise ship is a tidal river. So the Rhine it has an open connection to the sea. So there are no locks in between here and New York.
There is a rather complex local legend about the baby in the cradle and the cat.
That's important. So this is the here. He will open the bridge here. He will go underneath this bridge and bring us to this particular windmill from 1630.
The Antina is billed as a vintage barge, but it was completely redone for passengers. Little resemblance to the original vessel remains. The 19 operating windmills still remaining were constructed around 1740 to pump water from the boulder, which is below sea level. While today electric pumps normally remove excess water from the surrounding area, they still are used when needed during power outages. Most are inhabited, maintaining the area's genuine character, as with the Hoek family whose many generations have lived in the mills over the centuries. The halfway point of our trip was a stop to one of the mills. The family living in it keeps a few farm animals and has small kitchen and flower gardens. The daughter demonstrated how the sails are adjusted to control the speed of their rotation. She claimed that her wooden shoes are so comfortable that she always wears them. Then she explained how the turret is turned to best catch the wind. A short look inside showed just how cramped the living space is. The afternoon saw us sailing on to our next stop. The river shore has great diversity of housing types, from multi-storied apartments to attached houses and luxury villas. There are also quite a number of nice beaches along this stretch of the river. This pair of guardian deities greeted us. In Korea, they are placed in front of fortress gates. We walked around the town center and then a residential neighborhood. In the evening, we again enjoyed a relaxing cruise on the river. one stop in Germany featured a visit to the archaeology site Xanten, a Roman town dating back some 1900 years. The Colosseum, along with several buildings, has been mostly reconstructed. Models show several types of gladiators.
They were vegans. They shouldn't eat meat or milk products. Vegans. Instead, to get protein, they eat a lot of beans and cereals. Of course, alcohol was forbidden. No alcohol.
Adjacent to the Colosseum, the hostel proved to be most interesting. The rooms were in many ways similar to some modern hostels. Buildings have been built with the same materials and in the same size and position as they were in the 2nd century.
They don't have more than one couch, maybe 1 to 2 chairs, some tables, that's not enough. Still, they invested lots and a lot of money at home.
Next, we visited the baths.
They stay here sometime in this bathtub here with hot water. The fish should fit. This is what the thing here is water or fish, water fishes. After a while, the first step is done. They come here.
Also restored are a set of craftsmen's houses. These were occupied by artisans and their families. The houses not only were lived in, but also are where the artisans' various products were both made and sold.
Behind St. Michael's Gate is the mighty towers of St. Peter's.
After the ancient town, we had a short visit to the more modern one. Wesel once was an important trading center and member of the Hanseatic League. Back at the Vikings' mooring site, a bridge led to a walking path into town. The bridge also gave an elevated view of the Kavasser.